What's up, Pokefans? Welcome to the first TCG Weekly Recap. I'm Gelf from the PokeBankClub, an online Pokemon card store. And let me tell you, this first episode is going to be dope because we have huge news to cover. We have Terastal Festival EX reprints finally happening. I know everyone's going to be pumped to get their hands on some packs. Fresh rumors about the upcoming English set, Black Bolt and White Flare, which sounds like Reshiram and Zekrom, so that's going to be fire in and of itself. And one of the wildest Pokemon card scandals ever, millions in dollars in forgeries, and of course Pikachu has to be involved. And we're going to reveal the brand new set, Space Time Smackdown, and that set itself is dope. And they're bringing in brand new game mechanics, so that's going to be interesting to track. In the end, I'm going to show off a graded card I've been tracking on TCGPlayer, show you something I have in my vault, and also talk about the market and trends. So you want to stick around, Pokefans. This episode's going to be stacked, so let's dive into it. Yeah. Alright, Pokefans, let's kick this off with Terastal Festival reprints. I know you've been struggling trying to find cards or battling scalpers, you're not alone, but I got some dope news. Creatures Inc. has officially announced that they're increasing the print runs for both Terastal Festival and EX battle cards, so that's dope. And the good news doesn't end there. TCPI also stated they're going to increase the print runs for Prismatic Evolution, so more English sets are coming as well, and that's dope. I know the packs are like $25 and tough to get, and I hope the Pokemon Center restocks on ETBs as well. I know everyone's trying to get their hands on an EV Pokemon Center card, so that would be dope to have as well. But I do know even if they do restock, it's still the pain of the bots and also the pain of just trying to get on the damn website. Such a challenge. I was on there for both Prismatic Evolutions, and for some reason every time I tried to check out, it just crashed on me, so I was never able to actually get any from the Pokemon Center, but I did get it through from Best Buy and GameStop. But again, that's not the Pokemon Center stamp, so that's really what we're going for. So hopefully, yes, we'll get some boxes and we'll be able to actually check them out. So that's the good news there. So more booster packs, better prices, hopefully. $25 a pack is crazy, and less frustration is what we want. But again, we still have to fight the bots and the scalpers in one way or another. Even if it's a tremendous reprint, they'll just try to buy them all, forward them, so the market can correlate the way it's going for them now. So it's still a challenge. We'll see how it goes, but hopefully good news is to come. This is good news as it is, and then once they actually have those reprints, maybe we'll have better mechanics for actually checking things out at the Pokemon Center. At least we'll find out. But on a side note, before we move on, I have to ask everyone, what is your #1 card from Prismatic Evolution? Your top card, or at least your top 3. For me, I have to say it's going to be Leafeon, and I'm pretty biased to that, and that's only because I did pull the Leafeon card. This card is dope. I love it. Definitely love the artwork in this card. Of course the Umbreon is dope, but I'm not going to put that on my top list, although it is dope. I have to say, honestly, it's hard. There's a lot of fire cards in the set. I do like the Iron Hands. I did get lucky and pulled that as well. This is the only EV evolution I got, so at least I got one of them. I opened 10 boxes. And Paladin, that card is dope as well. And Ceruledge is also a fire card. And of course, then there's the Umbreon. That card is dope as well. And I even like the Roaring Moon. I mean, this set only has special illustration rares. That is crazy. So I know everyone has at least a top 3 that they can claim, but sometimes it may be a battle for that #1 spot. But because I got the Leafeon, I'm just going to give it to it for bias reasons. But drop a comment below. Let me know what your favorite cards are, what cards you pulled, and what cards you're dreaming to get. Alright, Pokefans, let's move on to the rumored Black Bolt and White Flare English set. Yes, I said English set. That's going to be dope, because if the leaks and rumors are true, this set's going to be featuring cards from the Japanese set, Sparkling Spark and Crystal Edge expansion, which is going to be dope. And we might be looking at an electric or fire theme, or maybe even featuring Pokemon like Zora or Luxray. I even heard like a White Flare Charizard, but I'm also really pumped about Zekrom and Reshiram. Those are going to be dope as well. So we'll have to wait and find out. And you know, if that is the case, the hype on that's going to be next level. And again, we're going to be fighting scalpers and bots, and hopefully the Pokemon Center works when we actually try to check out man, that's going to be like an issue. And then the next thing is, if it's going to be another special set, that means we won't be able to get the booster boxes, so it's only going to be the ETBs. So that's going to be making it a little more frustrating to actually get your hands on packs. Like Prismatic Evolution, I think it's still $25 a pack, so that's crazy. So hopefully, you know, with the good news, there comes more good news. But I'm super pumped about the set. And of course, you know, there's going to be the Japanese Team Rocket set coming out in March, so that's going to be dope as well. And hopefully people can get their hands on Journey Together, what's going to be coming out in March for us. So a lot of good stuff to see, but hopefully we can actually get our hands on the good stuff to come. All right, Pokefans, now to get into the crazy news in the Pokemon community. Millions of dollars worth of prototype cards are actually fake, and it's crazy. According to PokeBeach, these rare prototypes cards, some dating back to base set, which is like 1996, are under investigation for being forgery, which is crazy. And it gets even deeper as they say the plot thickens. A retired Creatures Inc. employee may be involved, and the scandal just gets even deeper with that. And these prototypes are supposed to be like one-of-a-kind test prints from the early days of Pokemon, which makes it even crazier. But now the collectors are questioning like other cards that they've gotten, because apparently CGC gets involved in this, and there's not even just like prototype cards. Like I said, there's just cards from the base sets, and like they're apparently like has some type of printer. I'm not all in on the technology that they're using there, but there's some type of printer that they're using when they're printing the cards in the factory, and they can tell that these cards weren't printed in 1996, but they're actually printed in 2024, and CGC authenticated a lot of these cards. So like there's millions of dollars worth of cards out there that have been authenticated, you know, CGC 10 graded, and are actually fake. But there are heroes in the community. PokeNE reports that one store actually gave back customers money because they were able to cross-reference that one of their cards that they actually sold to them was one of the fakes that are being reported now. So that's like some of the great things that are coming out of the community. Not everyone in the community is actually, you know, like a scumbag, as we look at the scalpers who, you know, ransack Costco and Target for all the Pokemon cards that they have. But there are some good people out there, so that is good to come out of it. But the news is still crazy, and like I said, the plot even thickens as we move on. Most of the expensive Pokemon cards ever sold were Pikachu illustration and Pikachu trophy cards, and apparently these are most of the forgeries, and that is crazy. And I know everyone loves their Pikachu cards. There's so many hype around Pikachu cards, especially like even when like Surging Sparks dropped, the hype was crazy. That Pikachu, when it first came out, TCG was like reporting crazy prices. I mean, we're like talking like $800 to $1,200 on TCGPlayer day one. I even seen people post like $1,400 on eBay. It was crazy. And of course the prices started to come down, but they went right back up as people were getting the PSA 10s. We're seeing on eBay like $3,000, $4,000. It was crazy. Of course the prices have come down now. I think it's around $1,500, so everything stabilized around that $1,500 mark. But again, Surging Sparks, when it first came out, Pikachu was crazy, and everybody has a lot of hype around Pikachu, or at least a lot of people do. So there are a lot of collectible cards, and just imagine all those people who had Pikachu cards in their collection, who only have Pikachu collections, now have to go back and look and see if these are part of the whole forgery. Now that's crazy, and that's going to be a big deal to the whole community at all, because now everyone's going to be looking at their cards. But the big thing I like to take back at this is that this is mostly CGC, to my understanding, that it's really only them that were authenticating these cards during that time. So if you do have a PSA, you should look into it to see if that's actually effective. But according to all the news that's coming out right now, it's only CGC, but we'll find more as it all comes out, and we'll see exactly what's going on. But that is crazy just to hear that Pikachu was one of the main cards, and in general all these prototype cards that actually hit. Oh man, just the money we're talking about. And the thing is, like, since these are collectibles, a lot of people are just, they're out of it, you know. And that's the thing with the hobby. You got a lot of people who are trying to make money quick, and if they have access to like an employee to Creatures Inc. who can print cards, man, that's a quick come up. But it's no good, and it really does the community no justice. So hopefully everything smooths out and all the cards that are fake get accountable for. So yeah, definitely some bad news in that regard, but the hype around it is crazy. We're talking millions of dollars. Just bizarre to happen, because it was an inside job in my opinion. You got an employee there doing it, but hey, you know, we don't know all the things yet. everything hasn't come out, but just my opinion on it. Okay, so now for something fresh. The Space Time Smackdown set has just been revealed, and this set is looking dope. One of the biggest new features, which is crazy that they're introducing more game mechanics, but yes, one of the new features are time distortion cards, which allow you to rewind certain game phases or replay abilities, which sounds nuts. Imagine resetting your opponent's last move. It could be completely game changing, and this is definitely going to shake up competitive gameplay. I'm a big VGC player myself. I play Scarlet and Violet, and I compete in all the global challenges and even at my local regionals, so I know how players are going to be with the new game mechanics. So it's going to be interesting to track and see how that plays out. I mean, time warp mechanics, do you think it's a good idea or too gimmicky? Drop a comment below and let me know, but it's definitely going to be a dope set, and I hope the TCG players out there find cool ways to move the new strategy and use some new plays. That's going to be dope to watch, because I do watch the TCG players all the time, and I do like to play occasionally on TCG live, so that's going to be cool to check out. But yeah, Space Time Smackdown, that's really going to be a dope set to keep your eyes on if you're just a collector as well. Alright, as promised, I'm going to show something in the vault. Here we go. But you're going to have to close your eyes to turn around. And with magic, we are back. And like I said, I'm going to show you something pretty cool in the vault. Sorry you couldn't see all the goodies in there. Not everything is Pokemon friendly. But I do have something pretty cool to show you. Here it is. Yes, we were talking about graded cards and we're talking about Pikachu, so why not show the gray felt hat? This is a dope card. And what makes it really cool for me personally is I got it at $125, which is pretty low. And this card is sitting at like $550 right now. So definitely get your hands on Pikachus when you can, because certain ones will definitely climb. That's why that special illustration rare, I think right now, is about $410 from Surging Sparks. That is a great card to try to get graded and hold on to. Now, of course, getting one and getting a PSA 10 are two different things. You can definitely get one from TCGPlayer for about the 400 mark, maybe 500 the most. I haven't checked it in the last like week or so, so prices do change quickly. But you can get one, but the question is, although it's posted as near mint, will you get a PSA 10? So that's just the tricky part right now. I think currently they're floating at like $1,500 still, like I said earlier. So if you're trying to just buy one from eBay, that's still a good alternative. And like I said, you know, they're always going to be value in Pikachu, as Pikachu was the main mascot for Pokemon, and it kind of still is with Horizons, and you know, you got Captain Pikachu. So, you know, you still got the thing going. So I think it's still a great card to hold in your collection, especially if you're collecting as an investor. It's safe to say, for the most part, prime Pikachu cards you can never go wrong with. I mean, it's not all Pikachu cards, but you know the ones to get. They're there, like this one. This is a dope card to have in your collection. So yeah, just wanted to show one of the graded cards in the vault. We have a ton, so you guys stick around to see more. But let's go into the marketing trends and start talking about predictions. So right now, we're really on the Prismatic Evolution cups. Still hasn't even hit a month yet, and packs are still hard to get to. So my predictions are things are going to kind of stabilize. If you follow TCG, the day that certain cards drop, like let's say Roaring Moon and Raging Bolt, some of those cards were sitting at like $300 and $150, $200, and the prices have come down a little bit. Some of the evolutions have kind of like stabilized around the 250 range. I've seen Jolteon, Flareon, Vaporeon. I believe they're all under 300 right now. The most expensive one still, of course, is going to be the Umbreon, and then followed behind that, I believe, is Sylveon, and then Leafeon. So definitely some cards to watch as the prices start stabilizing. Completing the Prismatic Evolution set is going to be tough for everyone. I've only gotten, like I said, one evolution, so I'm looking uphill for a while. Surging Sparks, I'm only down to one card left. Yes, the darn Pikachu. Never pulled it. Got everything else but the Pikachu. So at this point, I'm guessing I'm just going to go and buy one just to complete the set. But yeah, that's my market trends and predictions. I really think that Prismatic is starting to stabilize. I think prices are as good as they're going to get for now, unless some type of hype comes, or if you want to wait for the reprint. But I think the problem with waiting for the reprint is if scalpers beat us again, the prices are going to go up because people are going to feel frustrated, defeated, and just, you know, buy what they see. I think that's kind of the trend that happens. So yeah, definitely keep an eye out on it. Right now, like I said, the singles market is looking pretty good. Packs are pretty expensive, so you can really get close to completing this set, at least the special illustration rares, with just buying singles from TCGPlayer. So definitely check that out. But this was a fun time. I hope you enjoyed all the content, stay tuned for the next weekly recap, Pokefans. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought of the first weekly recap. Until next time, it's Gelf signing off. Catch you later, trainers.